Well, good afternoon, bold, brave, beautiful warriors, on this Warrior Wednesday. My favorite days of the week, just to spend it with you and share what God's sharing with me, what cool things happening with Women to Warriors, and just really just hoping to just encourage you and inspire you in any way that we can here from Women to Warriors. So I know this is filming backwards. It's going to drive my merchandise girl crazy because the flip, but I'm filming this from Facebook's video, so that's kind of their thing. And if anybody knows how to flip it from their video, let me know. Still working on some of these things. But anyway, so happy Warrior Wednesday to you. I hope that you're encouraged, and if not, then I hope that you will be by the time we're having this conversation with each other. So welcome, and thank you for joining me. So I just really wanted to talk. God's been impressing in my heart a lot about music, about just our whole warrior package of the spirit and the heart and the mind and the body. He's been pressing this a lot on me because I work with women on a regular basis. This is my passion. This is my love. Women, I love you. My passion is just to spend more time with women, just build our gender, our beautiful gender of ourselves, and just be a force to be reckoned with society, and just women, and just love on others, and just have that unity. And that's all big what Women Warriors is all about. But anyway, so I love spending time with women, and each day I really do have a schedule that I spend time with women in it, so it just encourages me. Anyway, so I'm just talking about this whole warrior package, spending time with women. I see their struggles, I hear their heartaches, and believe me, I have many too, so it's not like that, but I hear what they have to say, and I really just take it to heart, and I pray for these women. I just love on these women as I pray for all of you, even if I don't know what you're struggling. We all go through these tests and trials and tribulations, just different ones, but we all go through them. So we should have compassion for each other, because we're all fighting a battle, right? So I just want to talk to you today about your spirit, your heart, your mind, and your body. Every week I'd like to come with a Warrior Wednesday of one of those four things. That's what the whole Warrior package is. So one week we might be talking about the spirit, one week the heart, one week the mind, one week just fitness or nutrition. That's the whole Warrior package. And so in this today, with the whole thing, I'm just going to explain all of it really, but the spirit, basically, this is all about you. This isn't about helping anybody else. The first thing you need to do is work on you. Always work on you. We always want to have projects, and our projects are always people. It's interesting. We always want to have projects with other people, whether it's our husbands, our children, which sometimes they're not children, okay, maybe it can be because you are raising them, but not so much so that you're meddling into their lives too much. So you got to let them breathe and grow up to be, adults. But anyway, or maybe husbands, but friends. I mean, we're always projecting and projecting people, right? And so, I just really came to this realization, and because for about a year and a half now, I've changed my own heart, my own ways, and my own spirit, heart, mind, and body with myself, because I realized I was doing this to my own husband, and it's just like I was constantly encouraging him and coaching him in the ways of not the healthy ways. It was almost like it was the nagging kind of ways, and so I realized this, and as well as many other things that were revealed to me, and really been on this great journey this past year and a half, and really just want to encourage you on your own journey. We're always in journeys, we're always in new chapters of our lives. So for mine, it's been this long, a year and a half, and I'm ready for the next chapter and next one, but it's really been a cool thing. So in spirit, basically your spirit is just reading the Word of God, and that's what I did. I'm telling you the hows of how to beat the warrior, how to beat life, how to be great at life and keep on fighting, right? So spirit, the Word of God is the spirit. So this is in reading your Bible, digging deep, and just reading what he says. It comes alive the more you read it. And if you're like, I don't understand, have the book read to you. You can have the Bible read to you if you have an app of that. If you're just reading the real Bible on paper, then find the simplest version that you can. Go to the bookstores, look it up online, whatever you can. The message to me is the simplest. Maybe somebody else would say different. My favorite version is the NLT, the New Living Translation. That's what I use. But I find the version that best works for you, and seek his word. And if you need to start with the New Testament, it is simpler than the Old. The Old can be quite gruesome and quite challenging, but that was the old covenant, and Jesus is the new. And so start with the New Testament, and find out, just what God says. Most importantly, what he says about you, and that's what you can constantly get affirmation from. No human is going to give you as much affirmation as God is. It's just not going to happen. So in his word, it will give you that affirmation that you need to hear, and also inspiration and motivation. And it's just incredible. So this is what I do. This is my house. So I spend every morning at 4 a.m. I get up and spend my time with God. And that has changed my life. I've been doing it for a year and a half, religiously every 4 a.m. and give or take vacation, or I decide to sleep till 5. Very rarely does it happen. About, I would say, probably 98% of the time. I think my husband could definitely give me a thumbs up and back me on that. I do get up at 4 a.m. It was hard. It was a diligent, it was obedience. But I just asked God, I said, hey, I want to spend more time with you. My life is havoc right now and I need a better life. So what do I need to do? And so I just basically asked him, I'm a planner. I love organization. So I said, plan this out for me. And this is what wisdom he put into me, was that I was to get up at 4 a.m. And at first I was like, 4 a.m. That's crazy. But then it was neat because I set my alarm and literally I popped out of bed. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I knew my life had to be different and I was that on fire, But then it was weird because then eventually I didn't have to set my alarm clock, but now I do it because I don't want to miss that time with God. Like, it's in my schedule now. And I spend just a great time with him. So when I spend that time with him, I light candles. I'm out in a peaceful room at my house, and I make it just very beautiful. And just so that I'm excited to be there and spend this time. And I turn on my worship music, and I worship for about maybe, it could range anywhere from maybe 15 minutes, the minimal, to an hour and a half. It just depends on how I'm being led in that. And that's with music, and that's in the prayer time of what I do. And it always varies, but this does not mean you find out what works for you and what God calls you. This is just what's worked for me. So then I write in a gratitude journal. I write a whole page with things I'm grateful for. And then I also write in an actual journal, just my day, or what my day is going to be ahead, or what my day was yesterday, as I'm writing it, 4 or 5 a.m. So, I don't have a day yet, right? So anyway, I just talk about the day I'm going to have, just really journal my ideas and thoughts and things like that. Then I also use YouVersion for my Bible. So I have devotions that I use, and I also read from the Bible. So I spend that time as well. So I probably give about maybe 2 hours roughly of this whole me and God time. So 2 hours sounds crazy, doesn't it? Well, this is the thing. The more I've poured into God, oh my gosh, the more I've gotten back. It's so amazing. I can only tell you the miracles that have happened. I mean, I've seen healings. I've been healed. I mean, I feel like I have superpowers. Like, literally, it's crazy because, and it just is blessing me with so much as his daughter. Like, don't you want to keep gifting your kids, like, and keep blessing them when they are like so obedient to you and they're so, oh, Mom, whatever you say. Well, that's what I did this past year and a half. I was like, I'm selling out for God. Like, I have no choice. My life came to this moment, this big fork in the road, and I was like, there's no other way to go but this way. I'm not going to go back to this. And so literally I knew I had to get on my knees and change my life for God and myself, and then it would flow onto my family, children, everything else, right? So it was a really big wake-up call for me. And that's what you have to have. You have to get to your wake-up call where you want to change your life. You want to see things different. And guess what? The change has to be you. You have to be the change. It's not changing your spouse. It's not changing your boyfriend. It's not changing your aunt, your uncle, whomever, your kids. It's changing you, your heart. So to be a warrior, working that spirit, that heart, that mind, and that body, that's what this is. So dig deep into God's word with the spirit and just let him flow through you. Heart. So that's a lot of combination of the same, except that you're just having this change of heart. Your heart is now different. It doesn't have those ugly black spots in them anymore, or even all black. Your heart is fresh. It is new. You've given your old heart to God, and you've said, God, make me new. Change me, God. And he puts that new heart in. It's like one of my favorite movies, The Wizard of Oz, when the Tin Man gets a new heart. That's what this is. You get a new heart. What is better than that? What is that? It's better than any open heart surgery you could ever have, because you don't have to go through all of that, right? And so I got a new heart a year and a half ago, and my life has been forever changed from that, because I just said, God, I can't control my life anymore. I cannot do any of this without you. And yes, God was in my life, but not as obediently as he is now. And wow, what a great change that has been. So I gave him my heart. He gave me a fresh new one, and I'm living life differently. It's not perfect every day. I'm not perfect. I mess up a lot. But I know that every day I challenge myself, I ask for forgiveness, and I persevere. And I don't repeat the same habits or sins because I have to learn from them. If I keep doing them, I'm not learning, and then I'm just not changing my heart at all. So the next is your mind. Oh, mind. That can be a crazy thing, can't it? The mind goes every which ways. Sometimes it's like a highway, especially one of my favorite places, Atlanta, Georgia. I lived there for many years, and we have this place called Spaghetti Junction, and it's just highways crisscrossing everywhere and bridges, really. And it's like, that's how your brain can be. I mean, you can literally not gather your thoughts. I had brain fog. I had a lot of I just couldn't come up with thoughts. I couldn't come up with ideas. Jokes even. I mean, I'm a funny person. I mean, not like I could be a comedian or anything, but I mean, I like humor, and I like to laugh, and I like to make people laugh. And so it was weird. None of these things were happening, and I just felt so foggy all the time. And so this was also part of my life change. So I had to change my mind and what I was putting in my mind and what I was processing out of my mind. So I had to concentrate on things that were pure and lovely and praiseworthy. And so I had to keep entering things in. So I had to clean up a lot of things. Like, for example, I don't know, like maybe it was music. Like now I listen to Christian music, and I do because it's positive, it's uplifting, it's encouraging, and I listen to Christian music even in the realm of working out. I use heavy metal. It's all heavy metal Christian. I don't even know what the lyrics are sometimes, but I don't really care because it's really about the beat I like. But I just choose that in my life. That's what works for me. And then as far as worship goes, and then just other things, gosh, a lot of life change I had to really make and be different in. And so that was just changing your mind and making sure you're not the old patterns. You set new, and then you make them into habits, and then after you follow them for like 30 days, it's then a habit. So I had to keep transferring my mind, and I call it a train track. Like, keep your train track on the right track, the right path. But when you jump tracks, that's when you want to jump thoughts. If I'm going down with my thoughts a negative path, like, oh, easily I can harp on my husband. He leaves his stuff out all the time. It drives me crazy. And I could be like, hey, you left your stuff out. Or, hey, can't you, why are you leaving your stuff out? I'm tired of picking up your clothes. I could do that, right? So, nope. Instead, I just am joyous that I get to put his stuff away for him. Like, I look at it so differently now. I look at him differently now. He's my husband. Like, God picked him for me and me for him. So I want to honor that. And, like, he's my love. So I want to pick up his clothes and do the crazy things I do for him that he probably doesn't even know. And I don't really care, because guess what? I'm doing it with a clean heart. I'm doing it with a good heart. And that's who cares, and that's who I really am answering to. So just remind yourselves of that. So in your mind, just keep changing the tracks of the negatives and going for the positive thoughts. What is God saying? How is he saying about me? That's a big one right there too. As women, we don't get probably as much affirmation as we probably need. I don't hear from my husband, I'm beautiful every day. So that's why I say it to you all, you're bold, brave, beautiful, because you are. And it's okay, I don't need to hear it from him every day, but because God tells me that I am. And he tells me he created me so perfectly and purposely in my mother's womb, and I'm unique. And so just finding those things in the Bible is incredible to say, who does God say I am? No human is going to answer how you really want them to. They're not going to give you all the gushies the rest of your life. They're just not. And so God can do that for me, and he sure has. He really has this past year and a half, and he gives me affirmation in ways through other people. He gives me ways to my husband, like out of nowhere. He'll be like affirming me with a group of guys, like when my husband meets with, like all of a sudden they'll just bring up my name, like, and then all of a sudden it's like, gosh, she's did this, she's so cool, and it's like so cool, because then it looks like my husband in a different light. I don't have to be like, give me a compliment, I need to hear it from you, or whatever, just for an example. So just really changing your mindset and just putting in positive, affirming things that are going to lift you up and not tear you down. And if you've got regular people tearing you down in your life, be praying for those people, because they're hurting you, right? And hurting people hurt people. But also choose some other group of friends as well. Saturate yourself with like-minded people that you want to be more like. Find people that aspire and inspire you, and then spend that time with them. Don't think they're too busy to spend time with you. Many times we're just I don't know. We are too busy in things we shouldn't be too busy, but people we should not be too busy for. So people is what this is about. So find some great women, gal pals that you can find things in common with. For me, I have friends, good friends that we find fitness in common, and we spend a lot of time in fitness and food together. And I know I can eat their stuff and feel like I'm eating clean. And that's just my lifestyle because I eat clean and I'm a warrior, right? So I eat clean and I train clean. And all these things. So I want to be purposeful in that in my lifestyle. So I have friends for that reason that are in my life that can inspire me in that. All right, so talking about the body, this leads into that. The body, fitness and nutrition, huge, so important. When you're giving yourself good fuel, you're going to produce out good, right? So think of this, you have this one car all your life. My favorite car is probably, well, I like my Land Rover, so I have a Land Rover. My favorite car, if this is the one car I get all my life, and I get one, and how am I going to treat that car? Okay, I'm 50 now, so I've had it, say I got my license at 15, so I've had it for 35 years. I still have this car, right? How am I treating it? Am I taking it and cleaned? Am I waxing it? Am I putting, if it needs a new transmission, or if it needs, the best gas, or it needs to have service? I'm taking care of it because it's the only car I have. Well, guess what? The same for your body. This is your only meat wagon, as my husband says. And this is the only body you get. So take care of it. You can start exercising at any age. I just trained this morning, a lady in her 70s, and she's a very dear woman in my life, and I just trained her, and she was never into fitness or any of this before, and she's interested in being a better warrior for herself and her family and her husband, and she's wants to lose weight and get she's motivated. So we're starting her out at the gym, and she's walking on a treadmill and did a bike this morning, and she told me I think I can only probably do 15 minutes. That girl did 30 minutes, y'all. 30 minutes. I am so impressed with her. And so at any age you can start exercising. I encourage it when you're kids to exercise. Exercise with your children. That doesn't mean they could probably go to the gym. Well, you can do weights at any age. I don't believe that you have to be a certain age to lift weights. But at our gym, we say 12 and up, because really it's about maturity as well, being in a gym. And when you're around adults and stuff, adults just sometimes want to be in a space without children. So anyway, but your kids can always be in fitness, and you can be in fitness with them. So the better shape that you're in, you can be doing those sports and activities with them. I mean, this hopefully isn't a vain statement in any of you, and if you take it vainly, well, it's not from my heart. But anyway, my husband and I really want to always look better and be healthier than our children at 50. We just do. And in many cases we are, because we've done blood work. We do blood panels every 3 months just to tell what's going on with our bodies. We really are our own best scientists of our bodies. And so we do this. And so this is for our body and fitness and nutrition. So in that, we are constantly seeing what our blood work is and what our levels are and so forth, from cholesterol to body fat count. It's incredible, this panel we do. Anyway, in doing this, I also feel like this is how I know this is my gauge, right? Just like the car, this is my gauge of how my fitness level is, how nutrition level is, right? And so my husband and I do this, like I said, and this is, you got to find those gauges, those things that are going to work for you, that's going to show the measurements of how you're doing in your fitness and nutrition. And 80% really of what you're eating is what's going in your body and out of your body, and making your body either healthy and whole or not, the opposite, right? So food is so important. That's your fuel for your body as well. So we put in, trash out. If I'm feeding myself constantly with white flours or with heavy carbs or whatever it is, then I'm going to be carb loaded. I mean, we can easily tell when you're overweight. If you're pinching body fat, you're overweight. I mean, it doesn't mean that you're obese or whatever, but it just means you're over your weight that you should be. And should be is the gauge of, I don't even believe in the doctor's scales, but normally you're just going by your bone structure, not I'm big bone, little bone, whatever, but you're just going by the structure of the skeleton. So we all have this skeleton, right? We're all a skeleton underneath all of this. And then we have different sizes of muscles and how we've used them over the years and how we've built them over the years, right? And then we've got our skin and our organs and all that stuff added on top of it. Anyway, and so in that, we all have a body, and we have different body types. We've made these different body types, pear shape, apple shape, funny that they're fruit, because of how much body fat that we've gained in those areas. And I know this sounds crazy. It's very against the grain, and I get that, whatever. I'm against the grain. I'm just explaining to you what's proven, and it's not proven through our government. It's not proven because, it's all part of the system. It's all part of the system of in health and the $1 trillion industry of getting supplements and trying to market you on TV with all the infomercials of exercise equipment you can buy. Truly, if you can go to a gym, find a local gym, great. A local Y, great. If you need to do it in your home, do it in your home. But really, that's just a tool for you. Your nutrition is your number one. So in that, it's just finding out. My best suggestion to you would be give up grains and dairy. That's what I would say. Grains and dairy, and many reasons why for that. The grains are not what they were in the beginning, and plus in the beginning we didn't have grains anyway. This is an agricultural thing. But anyway, in dairy, lots of reasons for inflammation. It really is just messes a lot of people that have asthma and other things. So you can look all this information up, but I definitely would suggest the NSNG, no sugar, no grains, following that lifestyle. And just keep researching. There's a lot of things out there, people telling you yes, no, whatever. And I know one of my girlfriends was messaged earlier, and she said, it's frustrating. I don't know what to do. And for me, it's like, go to your best source of people too. Like, look at people and their lifestyles. Look at what they're doing, how they're looking, what you'd like to look like, in a way of sense of like, okay, they're fit. I want to be my best fitness, and okay, what are they doing? What works for them? And then you also online and on magazines, I hate to tell y'all, but it's all airbrushed, it's all fake. I mean, it's all completely fake. So anything you see in the supplements when they're like, you look like this, and here's a bottle of it, and then like, and this is what you're gonna look like, fake, Photoshop, all sliced and diced, girlfriends. And so just know that I like to just go to people, what's working for you. And then, like I said, you're your own best scientist, so you've got to do the math yourself. You've got to go and figure out the whole science of it yourself. So in this, I'm working, like I said, with a 70-year-old woman who literally loves carbs. She's a granny. She loves to cook. She loves to bake, and she's just precious. She wants to do all that. But she realizes that she can't do that anymore, and she wants to live a long life. She wants to see 100, right? And so she's starting this journey now of exercising and eating healthier and giving up stuff. So she's given up all her white flours and all the things that I'm asking her to give up, and she's just to make a difference for herself. She had a heart attack a year ago. God woke her up and said, girlfriend, I'm going to keep you here, but you've got a new mission. You've got a new life to lead, and I need you to lead it differently. Well, so she did pretty good for her year. She kind of played around with the fitness, nutrition, whatever, lost some weight, gained some weight. All of a sudden had another wake-up call, because that's what it is. We fall asleep. We fall asleep on our journey, and it's okay. We fall asleep, but just get woken up again. That is this. Wake up. Don't let all this world take you over. You need to overtake the world, and you need to be those warriors in spirit, heart, mind, and body. So my friend, as I told you, she's eating cleaner, and she's going to do this, and she woke up. She woke up to reality and is like, I need to change me. And so I'm on this journey with her. And so we don't mind to be a part of your journey with you. We would love that. If you're a local, we especially really love that, because then we can really help you face to face. In the meantime, though, we have a Facebook page called Armored Warrior Health and Fitness, or 2, the letter B, fit, number 4. And basically that's our exercise and nutrition page that you can link up to and check out. And basically it's just suggestions of healthy, clean eating, and hopefully exercises and just motivation. We basically also talk about family and just fitness as a family and fun things you can do over the summer. And it's really all inclusive. It's not just about fitness and nutrition, but it gives you the majority, is probably the heavy weight of that for that. So check that out, and I'll put the links on that in the below as well. So basically I'm wrapping it up with spirit, heart, mind, and body. You are a warrior. It's your whole package deal in that. So training all of that, it sounds like a lot. It can be very overwhelming, right? So I told you how I did it for spirit. This is what I do when I wake up and do that, and changing my heart and my mind. And then my body, I train at the gym. I have 2 gyms I belong to, and I train there, and I keep variety in my life, because I like to have 2 different places to go to, and I also like to train at home. I train when I travel. I shot a video a week ago when I was traveling here. You can look back on our page on our last Warrior Wednesday, and you'll see I was training, and I showed some exercises to do when you're at the gym. So keep it a lifestyle, all these things, and make it part of your warrior package. I promise you, life gets so much better. I'm not saying it's perfect. I definitely don't have a perfect life. I won't have it till I get to heaven, but life is definitely different. You see more favor, more miracles happen. Your favoritism of, like, it's weird. It's not like favorite, like God says, that's my favorite daughter. He just it's just like, I don't know, he just blesses me with more and so many more opportunities. I just got an amazing opportunity granted to me less than an hour ago, of something I get to do, and I get to share right now, but as something I get to go and do, and I'm super, super excited about that. So he just keeps pouring it in, because I'm pouring into him, and when I'm pouring into him, and then I'm also pouring into making a better me, guess what? It outflows to everyone else. And so that's what this is. It's about loving God first, loving ourselves, loving people, and making this world different. We can't complain about this world. We are a part of it. We just need to be the difference makers. We need to be the changes that we wish to see. And warriors, you can do that, because you are bold, you are brave, and you are beautiful. So a couple quick announcements. We have this amazing newsletter that our newsletter gal Melanie puts out for us, and lots of good information in here, and I write an article every month in that. We talk about our merch. We've got great quotes in here, recipes we've started, some really cool things. And so if you are not or getting our newsletter, we have this through email. So send me a private message through Women to Warriors, or you can send it, add it on the comments below. Really, just women are on here. Nobody's going to take your email, I would think. But if you want to put that on there, we'll make sure that you get a newsletter each month. And if you want back copies, please let us know that as well, because we've been printing since March, I want to say. So fabulous. Also, our logo contest comes to an end at the end of this month, and here's one of our latest that came in. And so please get all your entries in before the end of this month, which is really Sunday, y'all. July 1st starts Monday. It's Independence Week next week. Hallelujah. But anyway, get your logos in. You can email us at women2warriors@gmail.com. You can send it over Messenger, through Facebook, however you can get your entry in. And then that is it. We are done. And so what this means is, for the logo contest, I don't know if we're going to use it as a logo. We might use bits and pieces of it. There will be a prize for, probably we'll put several up that are our favorites, and let you all cast a couple votes on there and see which one, if we can't decide. And then you guys can help us pick, which is what I really would like to do, because there's some really good entries I really like here. So anyway, have a wonderful Warrior Wednesday. Thanks for checking this out. It's a nice long video, it looks like, of 27 minutes of me hopefully motivating and encouraging you in your warrior walk. Love y'all. Chat with you soon. And don't forget, Faithful Friday, 7 a.m. live prayer right here for you.